This is Alternative Political Analysis, and in this video I'm going to talk about wealth inequality. Now, let's go to America first for examples of this gross criminality. The top 0.1% own 22% of US wealth. Now think about how greedy that is when listening to the next statistic that the bottom 90% owns 23% of US wealth. That means the top 0.10% own as much as the bottom 90%, give or take a percentage. And what does the top 0.1% of America own? Over £13 million sterling worth of assets. Yet it still isn't enough for them. And the top 1% in America owns 40% of all US wealth. That's basically the top 1% owning almost half of the country's wealth. And what does the bottom 80% of Americans own? Just 7%. A CEO in America makes more in an hour than the average American worker makes in a month. Is it any better here in Ireland? Nope, it's not. Well, it's marginally better, if anything. Ireland's top 10% own over 50% of Irish wealth. That is sheer greed. That is what happens when you put people in government, which the late great James Connolly would have described as gambins and fascists, let's be honest. And why does the top 10% in Ireland own over 50% of Irish wealth? Well, here's a few reasons why. Shares and assets have increased in value by 500% since 2008. That's who the recovery's been for. And in Ireland, US companies make $970,000 per Irish worker. Yet, because of the Free State's regressive tax regime, only pays $25,000 per Irish worker. And in Ireland, the top 20% own 73% of Irish wealth. That means the richest fifth in this country owns 3/4 of this country's vast wealth. That's disgusting. And guess what the bottom 20% in Ireland owns? 0.2% of all Irish wealth. That's not even crumbs. And basically the top 5% in Ireland own double of what the middle 60% of Irish people own. And is it any better in Britain across the water? Well, in Britain the top 10% income is 9 times what the bottom 10% income is, and the top 10% gross income is a disgustingly avaricious 24 times the bottom 10% wealth, whereas the bottom 10% own 0% of British wealth, and the top 20% in Britain get 40% of income, whereas the bottom 20% in Britain get 8% of income. And this isn't just a problem for Ireland, Britain, or America. This is a problem for the whole world. It's global. The 62 richest individuals in this world own $1.76 trillion, and that is more wealth than half the world's population. Basically, the poorest 3.5 billion people's assets combined do not amount to 1.76 trillion, which is the combined wealth of the richest 62 individuals in the world. That is quite frankly disgusting that the top 100 richest individuals in the world own more than the poorest 3.5 billion. That is a travesty, and yet people say that believing in communism, socialism, and revolutionary socialism is immoral. Then my challenge to them would be, and your great system of capitalism is doing so well. It's not like that's a fascistic distribution of wealth or feudal. Anyway, if you want to give feedback, you can post comments on the blog or the YouTube channel, and until the next video, that will be all.